the 60s start to happen, you know, and I was totally, you know, that was my world. For a number of years, I'm totally a product of the 60s. I totally identified with everything going on, and you know, I was in the, I don't know if the memory of the sit-in at Columbia still exists among, okay, some people don't even know what happened, you know, some of my students, huh, what, you know. So I was involved in that, not as a leader, because I couldn't deal with all these political, you know, debates. But you know, we took over the buildings, and then when a bunch of a little elite took Math Hall had the reputation for being the, you know, the commune, the craziest people were there. But Tom Hayden was a left political, you know, a student movement activist. He is somewhat older, and he showed up there from outside, you know, wearing his karate gi, you know, and so we elected him, you know, chairman of the Math Commune, and you know, we attracted all these people from off campus, which everyone in Columbia was terrified of, you know, because they were, I mean, some blacks, the blacks went with the blacks, but we had this little group of seven or eight guys from the Lower East Side who were known as the motherfuckers of the Lower East Side. And these guys dressed in leather, and they were armed with knives and shit, you know. And so that's the reputation we had, and of course I loved every minute of it. And we got busted together in Math Hall. I don't know if you know the writer Paul Auster. He's pretty well known. We were the four of us, me and him and these two girls were locked ourselves in this room when that bust came. That busted 1,000 people in one night, and we sat on the floor, arms linked, and not for long, because these cops they were pissed because we had soap down the stairs and they couldn't get in, and they were falling all over each other. And so when they came in, they didn't ask questions. They just clubbed, you know. And I was the first one to get clubbed in the head. So, you know, very quickly we got up and we went outside. And I'll never forget, you know, there's this mass of there's like thousands. There's 1,000 busted, and they crammed us in the paddy wagons. And there's these lights everywhere, and everyone, and this chant, the whole world is watching. The whole, you know, I was out at Brighton Beach, right? I was far from Brighton Beach. The whole world, and I'm standing there proud, you know, with blood streaming down my neck. You know, I got 4 stitches in the back of my head for that, you know. So that was little did I know, you know, how many Jews were involved in this. It didn't matter to me, but of course, large numbers of Jews were involved, and I thought quite a bit about, you know, this was our largely unconscious answer to never again. You know, I mean, the Vietnam War was raging, and you know, we saw this shit on television, and you know, we knew the atrocities. Meanwhile, you know, blacks, this is the tail end of the civil rights movement, so the blacks stopped being nonviolent, and you know, and violence was, you know, the response of everybody to you know, this was our response. You know, you don't sit still, you don't act nice.